My name is Danelli and I'll be your host today. Today we're going to be talking about saving the rainforest. I have two experts. Dylan, say hi.
Hi.
And Miguel, say hi.
Hello.
And our first question, and we have 10 questions, and they're going to be helping me with these 10 questions. First question, Dylan, what is the rainforest and why is it important?
The rainforest is a rainforest that is like home to many plants and animals.
How about you, Miguel?
The reason the rainforest is important because the rainforest is how we get most of our oxygen that we need to breathe. It cleans our atmosphere for we can breathe our oxygen.
What are some of the biggest threats to the rainforest, Miguel?
Some of the biggest threats are logging companies cutting down trees, which takes away oxygen from us, which is deforestation.
How about you, Dylan?
I think the biggest threat to rainforest is definitely like humans and other like large organizations, just because of the idea of deforestation.
How does deforestation affect the animals that live there, Dylan?
Deforestation affects animals that the trees are like a home source to many animals, so cutting down their homes. Like, I got a question. What is deforestation? Deforestation is when people cut down trees in the rainforest.
How about you, Miguel?
I'd like to add on to Dylan. The reason deforestation is affecting other animals' lives. They're losing the place they play, the trees. They're losing their homes, the place they live in. Monkeys are losing the place they swing on. Birds are losing their nests.
What can I do to help save the rainforest at home and school, Dylan?
I think learning about the rainforest, like learning more about the rainforest and spreading awareness.
What if you were that person that wanted to spread the word? What would you say spreading the word?
I'll probably say something like deforestation is a big problem, so like look into it more.
How about you, Miguel?
The way I can help the rainforest at home is try using more rainforest friendly products. Maybe one I could try using less palm oil or eating less steaks.
And what can you do at school?
I could learn more about the rainforest, or I can inform people using websites, or you could talk about it in the PS189 podcast right here, right now.
What are some cool animals that live in the rainforest, Miguel?
The classic, the parrot. It talks to you. It copies any word you say. I mean, the way he flies around this cage, I thought it was a soccer player. And any other birds, it'd be flying around, landing 323.
Is that your favorite animal, Miguel?
Yes.
And what about you, Dylan?
Monkeys, jaguars, birds, parrots.
Are there any organizations that help protect the rainforest, Dylan?
The World Wildlife Fund is a big organization that helps the rainforest.
What kinds of things that they do?
They basically like spread awareness. They have a whole website and they basically plant trees.
How about you, Miguel?
Okay, I heard this foundation in class. It's called the Rainforest Foundation. It basically teaches people about the rainforest, and also it helps the rainforest.
Miguel, can you tell me a story about someone who is helping to save the rainforest?
Meg Loman, I heard a book about her called The Most Beautiful Roof in the World. The Most Beautiful Roof in the World is a book explaining her story. So basically, she's a rainforest scientist. She studies most of the stuff in the rainforest, the leaves, the animals, the canopy.
What are some fun facts about the rainforest that I can share with my friends?
Fun facts that you can share about the rainforest is that there's actually people living in the rainforest, indigenous people. There's somebody like you and me living in that rainforest, where they make their own clothes, own houses, their own tribes.
What do you mean, like people like us?
Indigenous people, like basically they're in a tribe owned by I don't know who, and they're basically just living in the rainforest.
How about you, Dylan?
Some fun facts is that there's 400 tribes in the rainforest.
Is that it?
Yeah.
How can I learn more about the rainforest and how to help Miguel?
Of course, you can do websites, books, videos, or you can look at the PS189 podcast right here, right now, with
Well-
Miguel, Dylan, and then Nelly.
How about you, Dylan?
What we could do, we can probably learn more about it, like using websites, videos, books.
Is there anything else you would like to add on, anybody? Miguel?
That there's also cool monkeys that learned how to do backflips and dances.
How about you, Dylan? Do you have anything else?
I learned this in classes that the rainforest has burned down about the size of Italy.
That's it for today. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and leave your notifications on to stay tuned with more videos. And bye.